everybody. How's it going out there? And welcome to YouTube land where nothing makes sense unless you're watching something that's picking on Trump, because that probably does make sense. But the rest of it makes no sense.
Boy, have I watched enough of that to fill my boots for the rest of my life.
Oh, yeah. I watched a family of 5 all put their heads into lawnmowers because they couldn't take it anymore. And it was right on YouTube.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So I hope you guys are handling it well. I don't think many people are. It's, in Canada, I would love to see what would happen if Trump came to Canada for a visit right now.
Alone.
Yeah.
no cops.
Yeah,
Don't bring any cops.
Yeah, there would be an inside joke that would spread through Canada. Everybody would vacate Ottawa, and we'd get Macron there to just send one over and take the city out. It's good with us. We're fine, Go ahead.
Hey, did you hear Secret Service shot a guy, an armed guy at the White House who'd got in?
Wow.
Yeah, got into the grounds. Yeah, shot him dead.
Wow, I wonder if it was the guy getting on the plane in Australia with the gun.
You probably got there.
Yeah. Interesting, though. Interesting, right? I mean, I'm not advocating that you do that kind of thing. It's an option in your life, but I'm not saying you should do it.
It wasn't particularly well planned, that's for sure, because Trump wasn't there. He was at Mar-a-Lago, obviously, because it's the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Well, or during the week. I mean, they probably have a set of the Oval Office built at Mar-a-Lago so he can just pretend, right?
Yeah. Maybe that's what they should do with the White House. Take him to one of the fake Hollywood ones, and then he thinks he's in government, and then we just lock the doors.
Yeah. Oh, like Star Trek: The Next Generation. We need a holodeck, and we could just put Trump in there, and he could pretend to rule the world forever, but really he's just, playing with a computer. That's what we need. Yeah. Could wire his brain right up to it. I'm sure Musk would do it, Yeah,
we'll wire him up to the CL1 human body in a box brain.
No, hook him up to an old Cray computer, because that's probably about his speed, at this point, right? Something a little slower.
Yeah, a Mac Mini, in other words.
Yeah. First generation. Yeah. Single core. Yeah.
Dear God.
One step away from having like one of those atoms in it. Give him the old 6502. Let him run at 1 megahertz.
Talking very briefly on computers. We won't dwell on this too much, because it has slipped out. There's some, the new Mac Studio came out.
Yeah,
and I half watched a video on it, and it's kind of funny because as I keep saying, Trump, anything to do with Trump is just like dominating all my watch hours at the minute.
Yeah,
and so I watched this video about the studio, and I think I heard right, but they're saying that you'd be able to install your own SSDs, your own little modules.
Apple says no, but DOS Dude 1, a really seriously good hacker at stuff, has figured out how to upgrade studios because of the way the SSDs are installed in it and actually make it work. So I wouldn't doubt that that's the case.
Is it one of those sort of cases where, yes, you can do it, but you got to be like a serious grown-up to do it?
Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure. Apple might have relaxed a bit on this crap, but I highly doubt that. But with the unified RAM, it's built into the system on a chip, the SoC, with the CPU and GPU and everything. The storage isn't. It is still separate, and that's the part that really sucks about Apple's pricing, because everybody knows they could get that storage for like 1/5 the price and install it themselves if Apple just wouldn't lock that damn port down, right? Yeah, that drives me crazy. To me, I love the confusion on the new Mac Studio, because they've got an M4 Max, but an M3 Ultra. And the Ultra, if you don't know, is 2 Max chips stuck together to make one unbelievable beast, right?
Yeah.
And
You just
a
do
lot.
a bit of hot glue.
Yeah, it's really simple to do, actually. You know, grandma's old hot glue gun there. No, but and so a lot of people were really confused. Why is there no M4 Ultra? Take 2 M4 Maxes, because you can get those, and make an Ultra instead of. Why are they only giving us an M3 Ultra? And to me, it seems quite simple. It's yields. They're only getting so many M4 Ultras that are truly binned, like tested to be perfectly good. And as such, they can't do it. But M3, they made for a while. They got the process nailed. And as such, there's lots of M3 max capacity to make Ultras with. I think that's exactly what's going on. They could give us an M4 Ultra. They're just not going to do it because they'd have to overcharge us because it's yield, it's capacity, right? It's TSMC in Taiwan there making the all the stuff.
I don't know what the shit you're talking about. Apple don't mind overcharging. I think you're wrong anyway. I think it's Biden's fault. It probably is.
No way. It's Trump's fault.
No, it's Biden's fault.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. It sounds like a Reese peanut butter commercial there, you know?
Ah, dear.
Yeah. So, there's lots of stuff going on. I don't know how serious we want to get into things and whatnot. It's probably best to just drink up and get to giggles. You know,
what giggles you got?
Yeah. Well, they usually end up coming up. I don't know. But the movement up here in Canada, this whole buy Canadian, don't buy American stuff, it's more and more on the news every day. It's got to the point now where those annoying morning shows have those unbelievably happy people come in, and they're so excited to share these products with you. It's, oh my God, never give that woman caffeine again. You know, it's just crazy, right? But
it's not the caffeine, it's the fentanyl.
Yeah. And you've got all these broadcasts, shows and whatnot doing this more and more now, and they're very much highlighting Canadian brands and Canadian companies. Some of them are getting a boost from it for sure. And then you got others,
except ketchup chips.
Oh.
No one's still buying that.
A lot of people like them up here. I find it gross, but you know,
yeah, they're weird.
Yeah, that's really strange. But it doesn't really taste like ketchup so much as colored and flavored citric acid powder or something. It's weird.
Yeah. So ketchup then, yeah.
Now, I'm not much of a ketchup person, so you know that probably doesn't help.
Yeah.
We have a type of chips. I don't know if you guys got them out there, but all dressed. And it just means a little bit of a whole bunch of the different flavors that they use mixed together or something. And they
sounds like a mistake.
Yeah, well, it's probably floor sweepings, right? You know? You know,
we dumped all the bags of the flavorings in. Oops.
yeah. That's when John trips. When you know, right? We got a shout out here. UTV and Ham in the chat there. $10 direct on Ko-fi. It says from UTV, priority funding or just to help keep the lights on. Slava Ukraine. Heroam Slava. That's mighty kind of you, Ken. Thank you very much. UTV.
Keep the lights on? What does he mean, keep the lights on? We can't even afford lights.
Yeah, that's true. True. Yeah. I had to this morning, it was really dark out still, so I had to cook breakfast by candlelight, and wax and bacon do not go together. It's terrible tasting.
Yeah, and the whole place smelled like Gwyneth Paltrow afterwards.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible. Never borrowing a candle in an emergency from a neighbor who answers the door in lingerie every time, right?
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those leather-faced people
that
thinks
straight away. Yeah.
Eh?
We went there straight away. Yeah, it's all right.
Might as well. You know, what else are you going to do? Oh, I think in my area, we're in a smaller town in Canada, not the biggest place, like 30,000 people ish, whatever. I think everybody got real gung ho about shop in Canada until it instantly became a bit difficult because, like, in my town, Walmart's one of 3 grocery places, and it's in one area of town, which is convenient to a lot of people. And Walmart has a lot of Canadian employees, like every one of them in my area. You get the idea, right? It's not so cut and dry. It's a bit difficult. Right? But for the most
interesting thing I saw, I was thinking about it the other day. They're taking all the American booze off the shelves.
Yeah.
I was kind of like wondering, well, who gets to drink that then? But apparently, I might be wrong on this, but they say they don't pay for it until it's sold. So they basically return it as unsold. Is that true?
Yeah, I guess it would depend region to region contract, how it's done. I don't know. Because like what happens if some drunk comes in and just trips and takes down a full display of wine or something,
Don't know. Strange.
Yeah, just go, sorry, we're a shitty shop. Can you send us another?
But apparently they've already had to let 650 people go at, where is it? Jack Daniels? Is it Jack Daniels? Yeah. They've had to fire 650 people because of the lack of sales.
Yeah.
Already.
Well, yeah.
How much were you drinking, for God's sake?
No. Check with Ontario and stuff too, right? But yeah.
I didn't mean you personally. I mean you as in Canada.
But in Canada, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, the LCBO, is the largest single purchaser of alcohol, period. Yeah.
In the world.
Yeah, as far as I understand it, because I mean, drunks. Now,
come on, Ireland, you can do better.
It could be they're the single largest purchaser of alcohol from red states because the argument is red states. I'm not really sure where, because they didn't clarify it. They just said it as a point of fact, right? So,
Yeah, my wife was, talking about that and says, it's so sad that 650 people lost their job, but they were probably MAGA anyway, so fuck them.
Well, I bet most of them voted that way, even if they are just traditional Republicans, and they said, well, right?
Yeah. I don't know who's running. I haven't checked. I'll just vote for the color that I like. I've voted every year. Yeah.
Well, there's in Canada, they're doing the whole who's going to run our Liberal Party, and they're in power right now. So somebody's about to be kind of elected prime minister because they'll be the leader of the Liberal Party. But it's expected that they'll call for a general election almost instantaneously, right?
It's kind of funny because Trudeau has come out as a little bit of a hero in Canada at the minute after they told him to get out of here, you punk ass.
Yeah.
And now we like you again.
Yeah. Well, our country was getting a little bit of that whole, we kind of like what the right are selling a little bit, in so much as paying down debt, paying the bills and whatnot, right? And there was a little bit of a rise of that, but thank fuck that Trump was elected before anything real happened up here, because everybody's like, no. Liberals are fine. And they're surging in popularity now. The odds are we'll have a liberal government for sure.
Do you have any billionaires in Canada? Or does that, even contemplate in Canada?
We've got a few of the high players like Lawrence Stroll. Yeah, he made billions with Tommy Hilfiger and yada yada and whatnot, and he owns Aston Martin and the Formula One team and all that crap now. And he bought the Formula One team and the car company just so his son could race in Formula One. That's how fucking rich this guy is.
Yeah, I suppose you have to have some kind of rich people in Canada, because I just see you all as poor and wearing tux and drinking beer or sitting on crates. That's how
it's
I
the
see
same with
Canadians.
you guys, except worse dental. soap, you know. You know, smear a coal on your face because you know Pop works in pit and brother works in pit, and you know,
children work up chimney.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Should I light the fire, Mum? I'm not sure. Billy's out yet. You know, there's dead bodies up there acting like a bird's nest, you know?
Yeah. Oh, dear.
But yeah, you know. Yeah, so it's crazy. We'll see what happens. Doug Ford, I'm pretty sure he's conservative. He's that tough guy leader from Ontario that said, get that shit off our shelves with the booze and everything, right? He is about to put a 25% export tariff or tax, whatever you want to call it, on the electricity that Ontario sends down to 3 different states. Minnesota is one of them. So Coach Tim Wall's there, and they're trying to be nice about it. Everybody's talking, but like Doug said, I'm not taking it off until, never mind the 1 month pass, until America takes this off the table. That's it. I'm sorry, but you're getting it. And I like that approach. I like that a lot. Doug even said, I'll turn the fucking power off if I have to, and put 1.5 million in the dark.
I'd like to see that happen. No, not because I want to see Americans suffer, but it's, you know, because Trump has always been playing the game with the tariffs. You know, they're on, they're off, they're on, they're off. Now is Canada just like sticking to their tariff? You know, are they just going, or have they turned their tariff off again?
No, the 30 billion that we allocated in the beginning in defense is still going forward. Like, we haven't paused that, as far as I understand. And I don't think Trump is going to, or Trudeau is going to pause it as he hands power off to somebody else in the party. He's got to give them a strong position to cement the end of his sort of legacy. I don't like that word, but you know. But history is going to look back pretty positively on Justin Trudeau, and history loves his father, Pierre Elliott Trudeau. So the Trudeau name has sort of become Canada's Kennedy, you know?
Has he not got a son he can like shove to the front now, saying it's your job now?
Yeah, an autistic nose picker. There you go.
The less you talk about me, the better.
Yeah. Okay. But you know what I mean? We now have one of those legacy families in politics, right?
Yes, just like the like the Kennedys. Their legacy was RFK. Oh dear, what a legacy that was.
And you got to realize there's like some coolness to the Trudeaus too. Like, well, maybe not directly, but Justin Trudeau's mom like took off and had a fling with Mick Jagger or one of those fucking guys from back in the 60s, 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does sound like Kennedy.
Yeah. She kind of, you know, did the whole Frank Zappa crew slut thing for a month or whatever happened. I'm not really sure, but yeah.
Yeah, if only Justin Trudeau could get shot, that would be. Well, yeah, no, that'd be true Kennedy fashion, you know.
Yeah, but you'd have to do it like a Canadian, so with a slingshot, just, you know, bruise them,
a hockey
right?
stick.
Yeah. So Cagney is confirmed as the new PM of Canada, says the Times of London. That's Paul Gilbert in a live chat. Okay.
What, James Cagney? Jimmy Cagney? Hey, you dirty rat.
No, what's her name? Cagney and Lacey.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. We got a 70s female cop running our country now, so that's cool.
I remember Cagney and Lacey, but at the same time, I can't remember a single fucking episode. I can't remember a single thing that happened in it.
Yeah.
I just remember it being on. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Paul Gilbert's like autocorrect. Yeah. I know the what's the actual let me just here. I'll look it up. One second here. Mark Carney. That's it.
Oh, not Cagney then.
Yeah. I knew the C name, right? It just wasn't registering,
Hey, you're not allowed to do the C word around here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well,
your roles.
he might become the C word. We'll see how this works out. Who knows, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
but Carney, like when I hear the name Carney, I think of somewhat less than regular bather that lives in a little trailer caravan thing. And
traveler, he's the kind of guy that runs the fairground sort of thing, and the fairground stall, and is bit
the kind of guy that looks for cleavage in 12-year-olds, right? And
that's just the boys.
Yeah. So let's hope this works out, right? Because I can just see the jokes. Canada's Carney, and you have to put an AI picture of him up in a mustard smeared wife beater, and smell lines coming from his armpits, and
oh dear. I'm assuming you're not in charge of his campaign or his profile images or anything like that. You're not working for his press secretary.
I did put in my application, but my ideas didn't seem to get me a call back.
No, you're not good at marketing.
No, because my idea was like, first we'll shoot him on a Ferris wheel, right? And then we'll put him in the tilt-a-whirl, right?
Yeah, hanging off the back of the Dodgems, collecting the fare off the girls.
Yeah. Strap him down face first into that salt and pepper shaker one, and see if his feet can kick the fencing out of the window.
Yeah. Hey, talking to shitty marketing. There's a advert that's been coming up on my YouTube, because I'm not like you. I'm a tight-fisted git, and I'm not paying for the YouTube premium, so I get ads. There's this ad that's been coming up with some woman. She just comes up and says, if you don't want to save £65 on cleaning products, you can scroll now. I'm thinking, save £65 on cleaning products? How much do I have to spend to save 66 pounds?
Yeah. Whose castle am I cleaning, and how many times a week am I going to have to do it?
I instantly know how to save £66 on cleaning products.
Don't buy
cleaning products.
What are they going to do? Show up with a barrel of Windex and two tubs of stain away? Like,
I tell you what. I'm gonna send you a screen grab. Hang on, just give me 2 secs. 2 secs. All right. 2 secs.
Carnies don't need to be cleaned. Oh, don't need to clean. Either way.
Right, here you go.
Okay, what am I doing?
There's a screenshot of this company. Yeah, fucking hilarious.
Natural cleaning for your whole home. Holy God, what is the little bottles for?
That's what you get. You buy that lot for £100 and save. Then they so nicely save you £66.
So it's concentrate. It's concentrated water with a little fragrance added.
Yeah, that you add water to.
Yeah, but they're probably just selling you fragrance water as if it's for cleaning.
It's like they got this. They're selling this, right, and it comes in like in a massive, like it's like it's packed in like a Mac computer in a lovely box and everything. All these bottles just laid out, and it's like, oh, you get all this, and it's fuck off.
It's fuck off. Yeah. You just spent $30 on the packaging alone, and you're like, what?
Yeah, those two bottles, the spritzer bottles, they call them their bottles for life. Those two bottles, they reckon, are £38 for the two bottles.
But you get them at a dollar store for $3.50, like with those nicer tops. Okay, $5, right?
Yeah. Or you buy the cleaning products that come with
$7.50 then, and it's full of the stuff. And it's refillable. You can buy their bigger bottle of stuff to refill their spray bottle of stuff, right?
Yeah, it's just so, but these are just so nice. And what is it? They give you it's like free ode.
Look at the labels. Look at the labels on the little bottles. They look like they were printed on the same printer that I had in like 1988 with a Mac Plus or a Mac 2 or whatever. Look at that. Look at that. You know, they were designed by committee. It was a bunch of preschoolers doing a little art thing.
You get 1 year free supply of eau de loo, worth $16.95.
Ode to the toilet? The smell of your own shitter.
To give you a little bottle to sprinkle into
Donald
your
Trump
toilet.
or Gwyneth Paltrow could possibly want that.
I know. But basically, it's a subscription service, right? So you buy. They just send you like every 3 months. They send you a bunch of these little bottles for like.
Yeah. Are you tired of only smelling your own shit when you're in the bathroom? Fear not. With this, you can clean your whole house with the lovely aroma of your ass.
Oh dear.
Do you have to send in a sample so that they get the scent correct, right? So that it's personal to you, right? Because you don't want to like smell your neighbor's loft in the morning, right? You would only want your own.
Hey, I just realized you didn't set the fireworks.
Oh yeah, that's right. You people on the wrong channel. Yeah, screw all of you. Get over here. What we forgot? Yeah, too busy talking about the aroma of poop.
Right, I'm gonna end the stream in 3, 2. Lied. I did it straight away.
Okay,
there you go.
So make sure they know where to go, though. Like, did we even?
Yeah. It should be there. The pinned.
Yeah. Okay. All right. PJ forgot too because he was enthralled by the fact that he could clean his house with the stench of his own toilet bowl. It's amazing.
Or somebody else's.
They can do it like social media, and you could look up your friends and order a bottle of their feces scent, and then. That way, when they're coming over for supper, you could clean your kitchen table with a good old spray of their rectal scent.
Oh,
and,
your house smells like my home.
Yeah, exactly. And funny thing, because the headboard of my bed loves the smell of your ass. I just
and it smells of your husband's cock.
Yeah. That was a special order, but so worth it.
It just got him in to spray it down.
Yeah. I could wipe down my microphone before each show with the scent of one of our viewers. See, sometimes we hint at the fact that we're not really suitable for mass consumption, and other times we just let it right out the bag.
Well, it's a good job they're not our sponsors tonight. That's all I can say.
Yeah. We had Fifstit come up the other day on the show. I think that was on Ukraine Update.
Yeah.
But talking about Russia's invasion of Ukraine and Putler and Trump, something's bound to go up somebody's ass. I mean, it's just
something's got to shift.
Yeah. I'm only so responsible, right? The content kind of makes itself sometimes.
Oh, dear. Talking about marketing again, there's this advert that's been on the telly recently. Makes me laugh. Right. So the backstory is obviously a son and his mother have moved house, and they're out now living by the coast. and he's a bit of a skateboarder, and he's frustrated. He's like this lumbering teenager. Like,
really, an angsty teen. Never seen that before.
Yeah, you never have guessed it, would you? But he's really pissed. You can tell he's pissed off. He's moved to this new town. He's lost all his friends and everything, and he's really into skateboarding. And bizarrely enough, he's found out that you can't skateboard on a beach. Oh no! So mother living in this seaside town that sells lots and lots of seaside products and stuff, goes straight onto Amazon and buys him one of those not a surfboard, those sort of things you can skid on the water's edge, just like a little skiff board or something. Don't know what you call them, but she buys him one of them through Amazon. It turns up a couple of days later and presents it to him. And now he's happy because he can now, use this skiff board out by the sea instead of his surfboard on the beach. Meanwhile, now I've been to seaside towns. They have skate parks. I know that. They also have
sidewalks and parking lots. And
he lives in a house on a road.
Yeah, exactly.
Where the skateboard would function perfectly well.
Yeah.
But for some reason, because he can't skateboard on the beach, that's the deal is done.
That tagline at the end should have been Amazon for mothers who hate skateboarding. Because it just seems to be personal, right?
She could have walked 100 yards down the road into a local shop that sells these boards and just bought one. No, she's going to get it from Amazon instead.
And never mind, now he has a heroin addiction from hanging out with surf bums, right? He could have at least just been a pothead with the skate punks, Look what you've done. Stay off of Amazon. Save your child from drugs.
It's such a dumb advert. It really is. Oh, yeah. Just watch an advert of just two idiots bought something.
Oh, that's funny. Though, so there was this guy from America, and he was talking to a Canadian TV show today, and he makes outdoor gear and things for van lifers and camping people and things like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the one that he showed on the show was a little utensil that's a fork on one end and a spoon on the other, which means that you're just going to make your hand disgusting because you can only use one side at a time without cleaning it. I don't get it either, right?
Idiot.
Yeah. But he sells them because it's for outdoor use. So you know what? When I go shopping in my Birkenstocks, I only spend my hard-earned money on the most useless shit. Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know backpackers like to pack light, but what is wrong with having a fork and a spoon?
Especially, you should have seen it was so thick that a baby would have been like, I can't get my hand around it. Right. It was ridiculous. I didn't get it. But so he said, okay, so tariffs are coming. I'm going to have to do something because all my product is made in China. And he did a little blurb about how it's been 18 years. His company's pretty successful. Not a big company, but, he's making it. And he's been working with this same Chinese manufacturing groups for the whole time. And they go above and beyond and make sure his products are exceptional. Like, there's cheap Chinese garbage on Amazon, and then there's the stuff that they make really well for clients that actually give a fuck. There is a difference.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there is a difference. Absolutely.
Yeah. And so he says, I'm going to play the game. I'm going to contact some injection molding companies in America and see what I can get price-wise and see if I can do this, right? So it took him like 3.5 months. And this has been like since the threat of tariffs. He was like, okay, I'm going to check this out. Or was it 2.5 months? Whatever. Probably 2.5 months. But 6 different companies, 3 of them wouldn't even respond. And Yeah, exactly. And this is after multiple attempts. And the other three, after asking some questions about the specifics of the plastic and coloring and so on and whatnot, just couldn't pull it together and actually even give him an estimate.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was like, what am I going to do? And this is the thing. I think the idea of, if Trump wanted to do this right and it was truly about, well, it's not about fentanyl and stuff. That's just a way to make it legal. But even if it was truly about bringing jobs back in, not covering tax cuts to the wealthy, which is truly what he's trying to do, he would have gave the industries a long time to sort this out. He would have contacted through his, minions, the Ford CEO, Stellantis, GM, and yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. There would have been communication. It would have been done properly. But he's not doing this for industry. He pulled them away because of industry, because everybody's freaking out, right? But he didn't do this for anyone. He knows this isn't going to work out and it's going to cause higher prices. He doesn't care. He's just trying to make the rich wealthier.
The funny thing is, Trump said here, I've spoken to the car manufacturers, the big ones. He couldn't even fucking name one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing when Trump was asked what his favorite passage was in the Bible. It's they're all so great. Name one. But they're all so great. Yeah, he hasn't spoken to anybody. He hasn't done a fucking thing.
No,
I guarantee it.
Yeah,
the only person he's spoken to is Putin.
Yeah. I mean, if you said to Trump, Donald, what is your favorite make of car? Not brand, but make. Like absolute company involved. Limousine? No. Donald, no.
Just like a car,
yeah,
a normal car.
Yeah, exactly. A long one. We're not talking about Arnold Palmer again, Mr. Trump.
I don't know. What would he go for? A Yugo? I don't know.
Yeah.
What Russian manufacturers of cars are there? I don't know.
I would think he would probably stumble to the name
Trabant.
Cadillac because they're supposedly America's luxury, right?
Yeah. Well, once upon a time.
Yeah, when their suspension was soft, and their plastic was too.
Yeah, but when they made cars like ocean-going liners.
Yeah.
Just as big.
I found it strange that GM did the whole pivot with Cadillac. Cadillac's now supposed to be like a BMW and an Audi and whatnot, Mercedes as a performance brand. And Buick has been pivoted to the you overpay because of the chrome trim luxury brand for elderly people. I didn't understand that. They should have left Cadillac where it was as a soft and plushy cruiser and moved forward and maybe made like Corvette a range of cars instead of one, right? Corvette Stingray, Corvette, whatever. I don't know. But I think they screwed up with that because they still, as good as they make these new Cadillac V models and all this, the really high performance ones, they just don't have the reverence from the auto enthusiasts that M cars from BMW do and stuff, right? I don't think they ever will. It's like
no idea.
Yeah, it's like you can't take like in North America, Honda knew they couldn't sell high-end expensive cars as Hondas, so they created Acura. Right?
Okay.
Right?
Well, it's the same with Toyota and Lexus, I suppose, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, even now, Hyundai, they created this new brand, Genesis. They took the name of a car and turned it into a brand, and they're trying to sell it as a new luxury higher end model. But everybody my age just looks at it and goes, Hyundai Pony. Like, we remember the early Hyundais, and there's no way I can accept it.
I do have to correct you there. I think you'll find that Genesis is a band.
Yeah, that's true. Two different bands, really.
And the prequel in the Bible saga.
Yeah. 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 The only book in there that where it has a few pages that almost make sense and then it goes off the rails.
Bit like the prequels.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Genesis. That's the book with metachlorians, right?
Mm.
Something like that. Can't
It's funny.
remember.
It's funny. It's funny. They talk about the Bible, especially the Jesus era as the greatest story ever told. What are you sure? Have you never seen Star Wars?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
think you've been trumped.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I think, there's an argument to be made that the story of Jesus is a little derivative of the one of Skywalker,
I mean, if we make fair comparisons a bit, between the Bible and the Star Wars saga, I got to say the Bible is really lacking in the franchise because 2 books. Come on,
Yeah, hold on, though.
You didn't even make it a trilogy.
Yeah, but I'll say this: I gotta say that Obi-Wan wasn't as good a Moses as Moses. Moses accomplished more.
Yeah, but Moses didn't distract the stormtroopers to get into Mos Eisley.
Yeah, instead he just let everybody out, right? Right? Why take one in the chest when you can save a whole whack?
You can redub the Moses story now. Is he's parting the seas? You can just have Obi-Wan's voice behind him. Use the Force, Moses. Use the Force.
We should. We should take audio clips from the 10 Commandments and dub them into Star Wars and tell a new story.
or vice versa.
Yeah. Oh, this could be funny. Yeah, I bet with some AI we could get this done without,
Moses can get his staff out. Moses, this is your father's staff, and he asked me to keep it and pass it down to you.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah. Pharaoh comes out Darth Vader style,
Oh yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, King Herod, be Grand Moff Herod.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh man.
Not too sure where we squeezed the Death Star though. Yeah.
If you do the prequels, you could have like Tutankhamun in there as the young one,
Misa wanna help you.
Yeah. Oh no. We would have to do a rewrite of that script where they just look at him and go, "Can you not speak properly, Misa?" No.
Oh, and the little baby Jesus, there going, yeah, this is what you call pod racing.
Yeah. Well, the pod race would be a chariot race, but they would hover and it'd be like Rocket Robin Hood, that old cartoon.
Ah, dear. Yeah, come on, Disney. Let's reboot the Bible franchise. Let's do it. The remake.
Yeah. Yeah, but this time it would be Adam eating the apple, and
and you have to cast Timothy Chalamet in it because he's in fucking everything.
Yeah.
I even stirred up some custard the other day, and Timothy Chalamet was in that. He's just in fucking everything.
Yeah. And what's that other guy? The guy that did Last of Us and the second Wonder Woman movie, and God, what's his name? He's in everything these days. I hear he's going to be Iron Man, Captain America, and Beavis and Butthead all in the next Marvel movie.
Yeah, they're going to remake Hello Dolly, and he's going to play all the characters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man. Or you could do like Buck Rogers from the 25th century or whatever it was, but used dialogue from something brand new, like some show that has like angsty, whiny teenagers in it or something, and just make it crazy. What's her name? Looking all hot and stuff in those outfits, comes in and gets all whiny and or I don't know, you could really have fun with that idea though, screwing around like that. Take a lot of effort unless you were just relying on AI.
Yeah, effort. So that
I made effort today. Yeah. What are you doing?
Well,
Are you playing Annalise over there? What was that moan and groan?
Yeah, just effort. Too old to put effort into things.
I'm too old to
even taking a shit is too much effort these days.
Just considering putting effort into something is too much effort.
It's just worn me out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit down for a while now.
Yeah, I was gonna order food, and the idea of having to make a choice, that too much effort. Yeah. We need like little pellets. That's what NASA needs to invent. Little pellets that you can just eat when you don't really want to eat, but you need like energy and stuff.
Yeah, but they're called dog kibbles. You can buy them.
Yeah. Or peanuts. Oh, I just want one though.
Yeah, those old movies is like, and they still got the wife or the woman. She brings out dinner to all the astronauts on the ship, and it's just like a plate full of tablets.
Yeah. Drop of water.
It's your nutrition.
Yeah. Or the little square of Jello, and somehow that's your
Oh, chicken, lovely.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So okay. Let's say the human race splits off and gets to another planet. And then over time, the animals that you bring there evolve and change and whatnot. If they made their way back to Earth 500 years later, would their chicken still taste like chicken? Would you know what I'm saying? Like, would being on a different planet change it? And over time, it would be slow change. They wouldn't notice, but they would bring it back, and we'd be like, "That's crocodile, man," or like, right? I wonder.
There's an interesting book I bought me a while ago. I can't remember the name of it. It's a sci-fi book where it's a generation ship, and it all everybody goes out on this generation ship, but everybody dies on it. But what happens is just there's these spiders. Just spiders evolve, and they become the sentient species on the generation ship.
Wow.
Yeah, an interesting idea. Interesting concept.
Wow. So it's all a bunch of weird Lieutenant Barclay freaks. Remember that one where he evolved into like an arachnid? That was a strange one, man.
Yeah. What was that? That was called wait a minute. I know that was called the A-Team.
Yeah. Man, I wonder, anybody rewatched an old show like the A-Team lately? How does it stand up? Is it even watchable anymore?
Probably not.
Right?
They have been showing them sporadically on our TV over here in the UK, but I haven't exactly gone out to check them out.
Yeah.
It would have to be some of the earlier ones as opposed to the later ones, because they've got pretty shit.
I tried.
No, I'm not saying the early ones were a benchmark of quality, but I did think they went downhill.
I tried the $6 Million Man like a year ago, and the opening 2-hour movie was decent, but as soon as they get into the episode version of it, it was pretty hard to stomach. And then for giggles, I downloaded specifically one of the Bigfoot episodes where he figures out that Bigfoot's actually a robot built by aliens, and because that's normal.
Yes, of course it is. Yes.
Or the one where he's fighting this weird space probe from Venus or something, and it's just this bumbling early ATV
is that the one with
thing.
the cardboard, upturned cardboard skip?
Yeah, and it's got these spinning little "I'll cut you" hands, and oh, it'll destroy the city if it gets there. But look at it. There's no chance it will. It can barely move on its own. It was so bad.
Yeah, I remember that. There was a bit of rock throwing going on.
Yeah,
if I remember rightly. Yeah, the big lumps of polystyrene were flying all over the place.
Oh, yeah, and you could see them bending on it, even though it was
bouncing. Yeah. Oh, so bad.
That was really, really terrible. I remember as a child, I liked that episode. And that's why I specifically went back and watched it. And I was just so disappointed, It looked like they just went off to like a vacant school on a Saturday to shoot it. Like, it was terrible.
Well, the typical thing, out in Vasquez Rocks.
Yeah.
Just outside of California.
Yeah, or a rock quarry somewhere, or Yeah.
But you got to remember, for an 8-year-old, that was exciting shit.
Yeah. At the time, it was good, right? He was fighting this robot, and
well, maybe that's the thing. Maybe at the time it wasn't any good either. It's just that you were 8. No, you were 8 years old. The rest of the people weren't.
Yeah.
And they go, "What is this shit?"
I was sitting on the floor watching it. I bet my dad was sitting behind me, going, "My son's a fucking idiot."
I wish it'd hurry up and finish because Cagney and Lacey is coming on. Now that's quality.
Yeah, exactly. Need me some pussy on this TV, man. Yeah. Well, actually,
I'm not too sure you could say pussy in the same, same words as as Cagney and Lacey. It wasn't exactly, pussy. It was just like,
more like handbags.
Yeah.
Winter handbags. Fuzzy ones.
I can't remember the name, but the dark-haired one. She was always having like home trouble with the husband, and there's always like these kitchen dramas going on and arguments and shit. I want to be a cop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can't remember.
Yeah, I did like that show when I was young.
Again, you were young.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't looking at I think I looked at them more like two moms than like,
Yeah, no, you had to go to Charlie's Angels for the hot chicks.
Yeah, but to me, Charlie's Angels was one of those, you're watching something that's ridiculous. Even at the age, I knew it, right?
Again, it's one of those sort of things. I remember watching it, but I can't fucking remember a single thing about it.
I remember sometimes you could literally see that they had to cut the edit of one of the girls running just at the right moment because they probably just tripped on their heels or whatever. It's just ridiculous, And who the fuck listens to a cigar box size speaker on a desk and goes, "Yes, sir,"
Well, everyone did back then. That's how it was. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah. It's a funny old show, though. It was good,
Was it?
Yeah, I didn't dislike it at the time. It was fine,
Yeah, again, I just don't know how to quantify the benchmark quality on these sort of things. Yeah, I remember it was good, but was it?
It's probably better than those
heart to heart and all that.
Well,
remember?
The chicks running around with high heels and guns. That one there. It's probably holds up better than the reboot movies. They were terrible.
Yes, I'll agree with that there. No, I
terrible.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did see some of that reboot one, and I was just gobsmacked at just how shitty it was.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back was better when they had the whole robbery scene, Seriously.
Yeah, it just kind of like, if I remember rightly, it just kind of like looked like they're using like Marvel style superhero animation for, you know, everyone's like leaping around
Yeah.
and jump. I remember that scene where
Oh, it was
Yoda's
all
like
bullet
jump
time,
around and
right?
yeah, it's all all the tricks in the book
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
were throwing at it. And did they bother with script or
Oh, that's
storyline?
the whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah, why
exactly.
bother?
Yeah.
Why bother?
Yeah. So did you see Charlie's Angels, the new movie? Yeah. What was it like? Jiggly tits.
Yeah. What was it like? 2 hours.
Yeah, fighting.
just 2 hours or something.
Yeah, you know. Did anything happen? Lots. Like what? No idea. I watched a movie from like 2012 or 13 recently called Battleship, and oh dear Lord, was it terrible? It was.
Oh, yeah. That's the Hasbro spin-off from the game that just turned out to be completely nothing like the game where they
I
had
know.
the aliens.
Yeah, there's aliens and shield
Yeah,
domes, and sometimes you can go through the shield dome with a radio. Other times you cannot.
Now let's just hark back to the days of Hasbro Battleship.
It was
D7.
when I was a child. It's that freaking old.
You got to play it properly. You got to go D7. Miss. Right.
You sunk my
D4.
battleship.
It always is getting exciting.
Yeah. I have the original first edition electronic battleship from like in 1979 or 80 on the shelf just over there.
Do you know what? We had the first edition battleship, which was this paper. It was. You had a piece of paper. Your brother had a piece of paper. You marked the things down, and he crossed things off with a pencil. That's how Battleship was played.
Exactly. Right. Until Milton Bradley were like, people will give us $23 for this. You know.
Yeah. Put little plastic things down. Yeah, little ships down. Ooh,
we bought one. We bought a battleship when my son was like 5 years old because battleship, right? And it was build your own battleship, and it was all based on Lego and stuff to put the ships together. And I thought, oh, great. That's an awesome idea. No, you don't need to do 25 minutes worth of work just to get to the point where you can play the game. And then all the ships always come apart, and it was just dumb.
Yeah.
I gave it to a neighbor in like a month. They were like, oh, awesome. This is really cool. I'm like, no, it isn't really.
Yeah, the concept is really cool. Just
for people that collect Lego. Yeah, right. It was stupid. But then right afterwards, I found this original version I have. And I got it home and I took it apart and I did the capacitors, to make sure it would last a long time and not corrosively leak. And yeah, it still works great.
I got an original. Did you check the seaworthiness of the ships though?
Yeah. Put them in the tub. They're good. Oh yeah. Yeah. They even lasted through a bubbly storm.
A rubber ducky attack.
Yeah, exactly.
I tell you what, that's what the executives did when they were coming up with the battleship movie idea. It's just like they had the little battleships out in his tub, and they go, the big rubber ducky comes in. Oh, the aliens are coming in!
Yeah.
Oh, splash.
Yeah. That battleship movie was one of those movies that treats their viewers like idiots too, because early in the fighting, the aliens can load up their guns and shoot really quickly. But later in the movie, when it really counts for drama, it takes a lot longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Is he tired?
Because the script said so.
Exactly. Yeah. I hate that stuff so much.
Oh, it's so funny when you see something like that and it's just like so clumsy. It's like clunk, plot hole.
Yeah. Like in that stupid Moonfall movie, the moon is almost touching the earth. Skyscrapers are being pulled off the earth and landing on the moon. It's so close. Somehow the moon's gravity is stronger than the earth, so it can pull these things. I don't know either. But the buildings are flying to the earth, and the heroes are running down the road to get away from it because running defeats gravity.
Yes, but you should know that.
Yeah, it's so confusing. It's Yeah. That's one of those movies where you can't turn your brain off enough to make that an enjoyable movie to watch. It's just awful.
Oh, I don't know. I think you can actually turn your brain off enough. But
Harrowing.
I mean,
unless it kills you.
But I'm surprised in that Moonfall, the amount of conspiracy shit they were throwing in there. I'm surprised
God,
they didn't.
Hollow
They
Moon
yeah, I know, but I'm surprised they didn't get up into space eventually and then look back and go, "Oh, look, the Earth is flat."
yeah. Oh, that would have been hilarious, man.
At that point, they might as well have done that.
Yeah.
Just throw it in there.
I always wanted a picture of the ice wall, you know. Too funny.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Fast forward in the chat says, how does Dunk feel about the new prime minister?
I don't know. I haven't kissed him yet.
Do you have a new prime minister?
Yeah, Keir Starmer. I mean, we've had him for yonks.
Oh, yeah, because we just got a new prime minister like 2 hours ago. So I was wondering if Dick and Dunk, maybe it was a typo.
No, I don't. Well, I mean, I haven't checked the news in the UK. I'm so focused on fucking American politics. I don't know what's going on. We might have a new prime minister. No, I think he's a bit of a dick. But he's been doing like prime ministerial things.
He comes across as a pussy at first, but really he's just calm, open, and willing to have an idiot say all they need to and still be nice about it. And I think he's got more kahunas than he shows publicly. I think he's just very practiced and rehearsed.
I think what's going on at the minute, especially as far as
I like him.
The Trump administration is concerned, he's keeping American ties open. He's not like cutting them
trying
because he's probably behind closed doors he's walking away saying, "Oh, fucking Trump's an asshole." I can't wait for him to go, because he knows Trump is not going to be there forever. So our special relationship, in air quotes I'm doing right now, that we have with America, we don't want to get rid of that, but at the same time, he's not happy with Trump. No one's happy with Trump. So he's being nice and polite and a little bit sycophantic towards him, but I'm sure he's like spitting on him as soon as he turns his back.
I think when you look to Macron, their French prime minister, president, what is it? Anyway, leader,
president.
Yeah. He's much stronger in verbiage and wordage and
he's
public
French,
right? But more than that, I think him and his administration also realize that you can be a jerk to Trump and his administration right now, and as long as the Republicans don't win the next go around, Democrats will come in and be like, "Hey, we're not holding it against you. It's all right," and boom, you can get back to normal world politics.
Yeah, I mean the French have always been kind of like abrasive.
Oh yeah,
to most people anyway, like in politics. But like I say, in Britain and America, like I say, this special relationship, whatever that is, I have no idea. Is that like two cousins that are going out? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, what that even means. But yeah. So we're keeping it close. But What was it? Something I was talking about the other day. We were talking about the fact that. What was it? When was it the Iraq War? After 9/11, and America goes all in. We're gonna take out all the muzzies and all that. We're gonna go and go into the Iraq and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
They had to point out the fact that there was like 50,000 British troops involved in that as well. It wasn't just America. So there was a lot of sharing going on. There was resources and stuff. So that's what I mean by a special relationship. They didn't command us, they didn't order us. It just so happened we ponied up too. So this is what's been going on in history as far as America and UK is concerned. But yeah, not so much now. I don't think, not under Trump.
No, but and I can see what Starmer's doing, but I can also see Macron's position, because I think that you can publicly be no Trump, bad Trump leader of another country and still be fine as soon as Trump's not in power, because nobody's going to care. You know, you're not doing it to America, you're doing it to him. Right. Just like Doug Ford keeps saying, I'm sorry to have to do this to Americans with the electricity tariffs and whatnot, but this is all because of one person. Right. And
Yeah.
everybody,
that's very important, because a lot of people, you know, against this administration, they're not against the American people.
That's right.
Not in this.
We're not.
Not even the Republicans.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, a lot of people, you know, because it is a Republican party. There's, you know, we've got to accept that. But a lot of people are not blaming the Republicans. They're blaming, you know, the man they put forward.
That's right.
In the Republican Party. Sorry, I forgot to mention convicted felon.
Yes, very much so. 34 counts. Is that right?
Yeah.
I do want to say though.
So far.
I do want to say though, as time goes on, my focus won't just be Trump, but it will be Republicans as a whole. If we don't see more of the non-Trumpian Republicans start saying too much, too far, what are you doing? You can't just ride along for the sake of power in politics. You're supposed to represent the people that put you there, not order them around. Start listening.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, for the people, by the people,
of
for the people.
By and for. Of, by, and for. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, these people, they're representatives, they're elected officials. You don't get to come into town hall and start telling us that we're wrong when everybody's booing down what you're trying to say. That's when you go, holy shit, man. Whoa. Right. So I'm putting Republicans on the line for this in general soon. And I'm speaking as a Canadian here. I got a lot to bitch about. Like, same with Mexi Girl and, you know, like, you know.
Well, that's the thing. If you think about some of the Republican, officials, whether you know, or voted officials or whatever, you know, they started off their political career, you know, several years ago.
Councils.
I'm going to get into politics, and you know, if I play my cards right, it will make me extremely rich and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, with this whole thing with Trump getting into, I mean, Trump, when he got his first term, he was gobsmacked. He was surprised. He didn't think he was going to win.
He was like, I fucking won, you know. Like,
I know. So he won. Okay, and it was a bad 4 years. Everybody should have learned their lessons from that. But oh no, they brought him back again. And now what's happening now? That all those people that had a Republican, political career in front of them.
Yeah.
Well, that career is now on the fucking line, not just because of what Trump's doing. Now they could come out of it extremely rich. They could come out of it, you know, if the
4 years does not extreme rich make. That's not enough.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. If it goes to how Trump wants it, it won't be 4 years.
It'll be long. It'll be as long as Jonathan or Arnold Palmer's cock, right? I know.
Yeah. Well, it'll be as long as he can put one of his sons into the White House. You know,
Eric,
becomes a royal family.
Eric, the human bowling pin Trump. I mean, can you imagine?
Eric, the half of me. We love him, carnally.
Semi.
Yeah, so that's the thing. This is the thing that these Republican people have got to think about. Their politicians, they've got to think about their political future. Now, do they just go full on Trump, side with him, and then hope for the best, cross their fingers that he stays in power, or do they be realistic and think, well, you know, midterms? I know that's a long way off. But maybe midterms could change things a hell of a lot.
If America plays their cards right at midterms and steps up and fixes this, you can block most of this stuff and start fixing it right away.
Now, I may be mistaken. I'm probably not up on what goes on in the U.S. politics.
Because you're too busy in the EDM scene for that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, but that Jasmine Croker, that wonderful crazy bitch. But she's been talking about some other elections, some special elections that are happening soon. Now, they don't sound like midterms. I don't know what those are. Is it? They're just some kind of like local elections that are just like sprouting up. It's a handful. It's like a handful of elections.
It might be for like regional state Supreme Courts, because I think it's Wisconsin. There's a chick going up against a hardliner right guy who's funded by Elon Musk, and Brian Taylor Cohen just had her on for a little interview, trying to get some exposure for them and everything, right? And the hate and the first thing that Musk's team put out as a hate thing against her had the wrong picture, a different woman with the same name.
Oh, that would be helpful. At least they'll be picked on the wrong person.
Yeah,
but that's the other thing I heard. If these are the elections we're talking about, because Musk has gone like full on trying to take down election interference. Let's not mess around with words here. It's election interference, and
Adam Rounds in the chat says you're not seeing it, but they can't step up without going to jail. But some of these high-ranking Congress people and whatnot that truly don't really agree with Trump and would agree with their constituents, they're just playing the Republican game. You'd be hard-pressed to arrest them for anything unless they truly have a smut background, and then, go to jail anyway, right? Well,
I was just telling you earlier, before the show, I was watching some senator talking about, the corruption that's happened in the 6 weeks. The first 6 weeks of Trump's term.
We need Republican Bernie Sanders, right?
Is he coming on?
Yeah, is he? Yeah. No, but we need cats like him, right? Just screaming and yelling it,
Oh, more like him. But no, what the thing I was thinking, we all know that Trump, got himself into the White House so he can avoid prison term, because all the shit. That was coming up. He needed the presidency to avoid going to jail. Now, after let's just accept that. Let's hope that Trump is going to be out and Musk is going to be out sometime in a few years, whatever. But they are going to be out. I was wondering, is there going to be like a massive witch hunt through the White House staff or the executive staff, or of corruption, really, really putting criminal cases against all these people. Now after they've fired everybody, from the from the courts and everything, there's no one investigating. But afterwards, those investigations might start up. The FBI will reform. The DOJ will reform. All these people that can put these people into prison. Now that they must be shitting themselves over that. That's why they can't afford to be voted out in any way, shape, or form, because because I know Trump escaped the prison term, but this time round. No, the whole fucking book needs to be thrown. I mean, think about Nixon. Nixon got away with fucking murder.
Oh my God.
Well, almost quite literally. Almost quite literally. But Nixon never got properly prosecuted. But no, this time round, you can't not make
look at things like Oliver North taking the fall on that big one and whatnot. There's been quite a few presidents and other world leaders that have gotten away with things.
Yeah.
No way Oliver North was the end of the line in the Contra hearings. No way. I don't believe that. No way.
Oh, a funny news article came up today. It was about Iran. And Iran was basically stating that, that there should be, the Trump administration should not be going around bullying other countries in their local affairs and
what do they
stuff.
have? White kettles?
It was Trump. Trump was threatening them about their nuclear program, and what I found but what I found really funny, I was siding with Khomeini on this one.
Yeah.
I was going, yeah, you tell it to him, Khomeini.
I know.
So hang on a minute, step back.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with me? How come Trump has made me side with Khomeini?
I know. There's this whole thing going on where when you look at the leader of America, the leader of the free world, and you're like, no, Khomeini's got you on this one, man. You shake your head and you go to the kitchen and make sure that you have enough alcohol to get through the night, because it's gonna be a long one,
It doesn't make sense, But I'm gonna start feeling sorry for China next, and all it's unbelievable.
Exactly. Yeah. Go, Emperor Chin. Go. Give him some. Where's Kim Jong-un here? Come on, tag in. All right.
Yeah, where's China's GoFundMe webpage to attack America? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Let me buy you a bomb.
It's on your super chat.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's freaking awful. And it was just recently there in that speech. Speaking of the speech, I do want to address the Al Green thing, because I think this is a double-edged sword.
Getting kicked out of the
yeah. It was not a town hall. It was not a question period. It was an address to Congress, State of the Union, whatever you want to call it. It's okay. You want to protest, stand up and say something, but if you keep going, you are going to get removed. I love Al Green for giving Trump schmuck and shtick and everything, right? But
it wasn't the right time or place.
It was not the right time and place, and he literally gave the Republicans ammunition. Yeah. Right? Because they all were like, you can't do that here. And they kind of had a point. I think him walking out in protest and then leading a protest outside for coverage would have been far more effective. But hindsight is 2020, and so I'm not saying he's right or wrong, but I think the message got muddled in the argument of us versus them. Republicans aren't going to listen to his words. They're just going to see the actions and go, see, you had to be kicked out because you can't behave, even though they, these people ruined your economy. Have respect. Oh, fuck Kamala. And it's just awful, right?
Yeah, but the interesting thing that addressed the Congress is there are rules. There are rules. And one of those rules is you're not allowed to wear hats.
Yeah, well, Martin Lai says, Al Green different than MTG? No, I remember that whole thing with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No, hang on a minute. You're missing my point. You're not allowed to wear hats at that that address to the Congress. Marjorie Taylor Greene was wearing a MAGA hat. They didn't throw her out.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing with the Democrats letting Marjorie be a little bitch and just put it on display and leaving it and letting it go. To me, shows character. Them removing Al Green shows who the Republicans are. But from the eye of the MAGA person, there's nothing in Al Green's actions or message that got through. It was just, see, we had to remove you because you can't behave. And if you say, yeah, but Marjorie Taylor Greene, they'll say, yeah, but she was right because of blah. You can't win, right? You can't win.
Well, the interesting thing about that is when you see the MAGAs.
I'm not saying.
I'm just saying. Do you want me to finish my sentence or what?
Yeah. No,
well, go on. Go on.
I'm addressing the live chat here as much as anything in this, right? And I'm not saying that she was right and he was wrong, Al Green, or anything like that. But the
balance.
Al Green's message was only heard by those who already know it.
Yeah.
Right? You see what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, that's the part of this that sucks is nobody got through to those motherfuckers, right? Yeah.
No, but that's the thing when you see the MAGA people doing their videos, and it's just like their hatred for liberals. Yeah. See you liberals. Yeah,
I know.
you took it. Yeah, suck. You suck. It's like, well, yeah, but hang on a minute. Hang on. They may be liberal. They may be into like woke things, which was beautifully quoted by what's her name, Jane Fonda, who said woke means you give a fuck about people. I thought that was brilliant. Yeah. But it's just like they just want liberals to just like burn in hell and just suffer. And they don't seem to care. It would take them down with them.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing about this whole. I've lost my job, but at least I'm liberal. God, kicking the ass in, and they're crying about it.
That this I've been saying this for a while. This whole you cling on to the I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat part of your existence like it actually matters, and it doesn't. You should drop that as fast as you can and just start voting for the platform that you think will do the best for you and your neighbors.
It's like you mentioned Bernie Sanders. He's been doing this oligarch rallies. He's just been going around all sorts of states doing this anti-oligarch rally, and he's talking to a lot of red states. A lot of Republicans. But one thing he isn't saying it, he's kind of implying it, but he should just say it. That if you want to have a Republican Party in the future, you've got to vote Democrat now.
Yeah.
Vote Democrat. It's fine. You can go back to your Republican Party, but if you want to have a Republican Party, you still want to have one, you better vote for us next time, because you're not going to have a Republican Party again.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. We brought this up a couple times, but if you look in Reddits and you look in live chats of like live news things that's going on, MSNBC and so on and whatnot, the amount of times you see the Republican hard right MAGA types saying things like, "Oh, you Dems, you're just crybaby whiners because we won." Well, no. I'm actually arguing that real free speech matters, and so does true democracy. And to them, it's just like, we beat you. It's like, this isn't a football game, you child.
Yeah, well, we're crybaby whiners because we're seeing the destruction of everything that America stood for. That's why we're crying.
Yeah.
And you're celebrating it. Fine. Yeah, go ahead, you moron.
Yeah. It's brutal. It's brutal. And the thing with Al Green getting removed, it should have sparked fury in anybody that's interested in things, but at the same time, he's interrupting what's not an open forum. And it's that interruption that the Republicans grabbed on to say, see, no respect and blah, blah, and whatnot. And in their
but they did hold up those paddles, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that showed them.
But that all getting on TV, even though holding up paddles is weak and useless and blah, blah, it is the more decorum way to address the situation.
Yes,
right? And I mean, I get it. If it was me, I would have organized every Democrat to stand up and start and whatnot and make it so that the whole thing was disrupted until everybody that isn't Nazi salute compliant to Trump wasn't there to show what an echo chamber that fucking baby crybaby bitch face orange painted fuck needs, right?
You know what they should have done? They should have had all the men, all the Democrat people in Congress. They should have come in all wearing dresses.
Yeah. Hairy guys with huge tits and spandex and all
they're to
kinds
be
of,
trans.
yeah, man. Total trans party.
This faked it and minced in like the gayest person you've ever seen.
Yeah. Everybody comes in doing their best RuPaul, right? Just right out there diva style. Yeah. And all the chicks come in with big beards and socks stuffed in their pants and whatnot. And yeah.
What you mean, like normal?
That would have been awesome. Oh yeah.
Well, they should have all come into like wearing, Margaret Thatcher masks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Churchill masks or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But there is a desperate need for anybody opposed to what Trump and his administration is doing to the American government to get their voice heard. Right? That's why we're trying to see, we want to see more Democrats that truly don't agree with them. And there's got to be quite a few of them. There's no way every single person in the Democratic Party is such a cash hungry, power grabbing fuck that they would all fall in line with this. There's got to be enough of them.
Now, I tell you what, this is the interesting thing. I am actually starting to see them turning up and speaking out on, the media streams.
A
little. No. A reason why it's a little bit is because they can't get them on fast enough.
Yeah.
The news cycle is too slow to keep up with Trump's bollocks. So they'll come in and do their bit, and then they have to go away and do some actual fucking work.
Yeah,
it's just too slow.
Okay, Joe in the chat, Joe likes to troll. Joe says most in the Democrats are corrupt. Joe, stuff it in your pocket for an hour, will you, pal? If you don't come in here and cite one thing that can be searched that proves that most Democrats are corrupt, then we're going to award you the anal ease award of the night and 5 knuckles right in the rump. Come on, dude. Just stop now and then, right? Isn't your ravioli ready? If you listen at the basement door, I'm sure you'll hear mommy.
Yeah.
Good God, I can, man. Fuck.
Or I can point you to. Let me have a quick look here. Oh yes,
congressmen, senators, and if I Google that, I'll find corruption right away. Will I? Just quit it, dude. Quit it. Everybody gets it. There's corruption everywhere you look. You look at any company, you look at any government, any agency, there's going to be a human that's being corrupt in it. Why? Because humans suck. You're proving it right now.
Yeah. Hang on a second. I'm going to pop this. I'm going to pop this in the chat. Hang on. Here we go. Oh, there we go. There we go, Joe. Go and look at that. It's a video by Senator. What's his name? What's his bloody name? Senator Chris Murphy, who points out the 6 weeks of corruption that's been happening within the White House with Donald Trump, and Elon Musk and all his little cronies. Just go and check that out. If you want to talk about corruption, go and look at that in comparison. So fuck off, please.
President Reagan called it in the chat. Joe is now ravioli boy. So there you go. But Joe, you're like, on the take and blah blah. Trump just made friends with Putler while he gave a big tax cut to the rich, and he's going to make the average working American pay for it through tariffs. And you're telling me about corrupt Democrats, dude? Seriously, it's called the news, not Facebook feeds and echo chamber Reddit threads, but just pay attention to what's truly going on in the world. Oh my God.
And the interesting thing is that Senator Murphy, he points out, yes, there has been corruption. There's been corruption on both sides, and those people have been convicted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corruption goes on and it gets caught.
Yes, exactly.
But when you get rid of all the services in the government,
You're
like
just gonna have
Doge has
more.
done, that they can't investigate corruption, then well, that's a big interesting side, isn't it? Why do you get rid of the people who investigate corruption in the government when you're in government? Eh? Think about that. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. And that's enough about Joe, because any more than that, and I'm going to charge you for the lip service. All right. So let's just move on.
Oh, dear.
What do we got here? Okay. Yeah, we're pretty good. We got another half an hour ish, you know. You know, we don't often address, you know, the trolley behavior in the live chat, but every now and then it's
well, last time we did that, we put him in charge.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. You need a job, Joe?
Yeah, you could be our political analyst. Not.
Could you imagine? Yeah, yeah. You just take the headlines and search the reverse, right?
Yeah. Just change a few names here and there. You know, who cares about the truth anyway? Yeah, bollocks to that.
Yeah. I
get all my information from X.
Yeah. I tried to get an interview, but he was busy, so I made it up. No.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
There's always one.
You know how you can rename people in a Discord server? Too bad you can't do that in a YouTube live chat. Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, I don't know. I've got a few names I can think of.
Not me.
No, not you, but no, I can know for other people. But I would just have to, say it out loud, and you don't like me saying those kind of words.
Yeah, I was thinking more like Chef Boyer, you dumdy. We should every now and then we should turn this into a call-in show for these moments, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's.
You guys want to? Yeah, do you guys want to see us turn this into a call-in show for these moments, so the person can actually come on air instead of having to wear their poor little fingers out on their keyboard?
Yeah, but this is the thing, they don't. These kind of people are, they just can't. They wouldn't do it.
Well, they don't want us to hear the sound of the washing machine because mom put their computer in the laundry room, right? Oh, that's funny. Joe would come on the show and have the voice of a young Chinese girl. Or North Korean. North Korean. Yeah.
We'd like to come back to my place, bouncy.
Yeah, we'd have to retitle the stream "Apocalypse Now."
I tell you what, we couldn't call it Apocalypse Now. We'll have to call it Apocalypse Yesterday. Because we're always too late.
Yeah. Apocalypse CCR in the late 60s.
Welcome to yesterday's news, where the world was suddenly blown up in a nuclear exchange. Updates to follow.
We survived. We can tell you about it.
Yeah, we'll just have like two little cockroaches on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, do you have to use AI processing to make the voice sound human then, right?
Welcome to our Earth. It's our Earth now.
Hey, wasn't that a new song by Cardi B?
If not, it should be.
Yeah, you almost had an auto tune in your voice when you said
it. me and tune. That's words don't never go together. When I sing, I'll take that as a compliment. You said I'm auto tuned.
The Carpathian, our AI guy in the chat there, he says rants from ravioli. So we'll do a new show coming up. We'll call it Ravioli Rants, and we'll at Joe in it so that he knows to show up. And Joe will say stupid shit in the live chat, and everybody else can respond to it.
In fact, we don't even have to be on the show. We'll just let the chat run and just just go at it.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if Joe's mom was like an Italian woman who's just freaking out upstairs right now because we're talking about Chef Boyardee?
Hey, Joey, I told you to shut up. Come and get me some spaghetti.
Ravioli from a can?
Oh, dear.
Oh, man. That's like Parmesan cheese with the Kraft label on it.
Do they do that? Parmesan cheese spread. Parmesan cheese in a can, squirty style.
Yeah. Oh man, that heartburn cheese squeeze shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, I wonder what that actually is, because it's not cheese.
No.
what kind of chemical compound that is?
I think it starts life as rhinoceros shit and is processed from there.
All we know is some kind of long chain molecule.
It must be made by the people that make anti-heartburn pills, because you always need one after. It's got to be their product in the end, right?
Yeah, a bit like Charlie Chaplin when he's the window fitter and he sends a little boy around with a brick first.
We need some jobs in, son. You're gonna have to go working tonight.
Here's your brick. Yeah, get over it.
Yeah. Oh, funny. Oh man, I just realized, because we put the show late for us so that it wasn't too late for the UK, because we've jumped our time forward and the UK hasn't, because that makes sense for everyone. I just realized that by the time we're done, it's going to be supper time. Shit.
Oh,
yeah.
But hang on, but it normally is anyway.
No, because for me, we normally do the show at 3 p.m. Pacific till 5. And then at 5, I have an hour until supper. Well, right now it's 5:45. Right? Because we went an hour later because our time is only 7 hours difference now, not 8.
Right? That's down to tariffs, I think.
Trump must have had something to do with it.
Or Biden. Blame him.
Yeah. But so I just realized, like, I'm going to be drastically late getting my son's supper ready. So I think it's one of those nights where, instead of instead of a good home cooked meal that only cost me $15, now I'm going to have to order in for like $38 or $40. Damn it. Yeah.
Plus the 20% tariff. Don't get a Domino's pizza.
That's one thing at least. Like, it's going to cost me $40, but I'll get them a massive hamburger platter from the local place delivered by the local company, so it's not all like DoorDash or Skip, right? So,
but isn't a hamburger an American invention?
It must be, because they're not made of ham. So who fucking named it that? Right? It's gotta be Trump's fault. It's gotta be Trump's fault.
Biden.
Yeah. I remember being like 13 years old, going to a breakfast place with my parents when we were at vacation. We were down in the States somewhere, and the waiter asked me, I said, I'll go for hash browns. And he said, oh, we got corned beef and hash as well. I'm like, corned beef and hash? Like,
what, dope?
Yeah. I was like, I'll take that then. You know,
Sounds great.
yeah.
Do I smoke it or eat
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it turns out it just meant hash browns, right? You know,
Yeah,
you know.
Well, no. Corned beef hash is something completely different because it's just potato and corned beef, like just mushed together.
Yeah, but this place literally just gave me hash browns, like the shredded ones with corned beef in them. Like that's literally what they gave me, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, that sounds like them not understanding what corned beef hash is.
Yeah, well,
it sounds better, to be honest with you. But,
yeah. No, but it said corned beef and hash, not corned beef hash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, semantics are important.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
Yeah,
especially in such fine cuisine as
well,
that.
the cook probably got so sick of people bitching about that they just whited it out in the menu and put and added an and, right? You know,
The cook. I'm a chef, don't you know?
No.
I've been trained in Michelin restaurants all
Not
around
when
the world.
not when you can burn your belly on the grill and not even notice, right? Well,
took me years to learn to cook this corned beef and hash.
what was that show from the 70s from America? It was in a diner, Mel's Diner, but it was actually about the chicks that worked there more, the waitresses. What the hell was that called? Alice?
Two Broke Girls?
No.
You talking about that one?
No. I remember the first time I heard that. Two Broke Girls. What are they in LA on the strip? This is going to be a dirty show, right? You know?
Oh, yeah, but no, Two Broke Girls. Didn't they go on to make like cupcake shop or something like that?
I don't know.
Sounds like a great premise for a sitcom. But as always, everything was just talking about sex. That's all the comedy was about.
Yeah.
It's about people fucking other people. That was all. That was it.
Yeah, Andrew says it's Alice. So yeah, I think that's what it was. You know,
Tyler Dowley says, "Cheers." Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you just go, "Cheers."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, this was a lot
series.
before that. Yeah. And she was like a single mom with a son, and it was like one of the early single mom shows.
They've moved to a seaside town. He can't skateboard on the sand.
Yeah. Yeah, he was I think he was just like a pot smoker with a Walkman or something. I can't remember. Yeah, Mel's Diner. RP in the chat says Mel's Diner. That's what the place was called, but I think the show was called Alice. The guy behind the thing with the spatula in his white outfit is always yelling in his high register voice, "Kiss my grits, holy oblation." Yeah, that's the redhead with the hair and whatnot, right? Yeah.
The redhead with the hair.
Yeah, she was the original. She's the mold for Peggy Bundy in a way, if you think about it, right?
I don't know.
She'd be like with her cigarette, and she had the hair and the poof and all that. And she probably had like 34 pencils hidden in there, like Ferris Bueller's principal's secretary. Yeah, Alice. Yeah, it was a good show. Night Patrol. Don't know that one. Night Court.
Sounds like two different shows.
Yeah, I know Night Court. I don't know. I'm gonna have to order supper. I wonder what I'm gonna get. Maybe it should be a pizza night. I don't think I have any like free pizza points and stuff from that place I usually get from.
You use them all up.
Yeah, I have to check the burger place. Got to keep it cheap right now. It's just how it is.
Yeah, bit of roadkill.
Yeah.
I was taking my son. Exciting. We're off to shopping down to Tesco to get some stuff for dinner and stuff like that. And he was wanting to. He was going to cook, so he was going to make some chicken, kind of dish, and he was saying, I noticed down the road here there was a fox squished on the road. And I said, that's all right. I think we'll just get the chicken. That'll be fine.
Yeah. So as you can see on screen there, Joe Ravioli Boy has joined us. Joe, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. How are you? How are you? Trump's right, Putin's right, and everybody else sucks penis.
you know, I should have had that image, and I'd have used my AI avatar thing to bring it to life.
Yeah. Well, it's in the green room. You dope. Grab it. Do it.
Oh, it's too late now. I'm not doing that joke now. Yeah, fuck it. That moment is gone.
It's not though. That moment could come back as fast as you want to drag it back to life. No,
I don't.
All right. Well, they don't.
We'll save it for the next time.
They don't call him the best color man in the business for nothing, folks.
What do you mean I'm colored?
It's a
racist
from, Major League, an old funny movie. I'm sure you know it.
You fucking racist.
Color Man. A movie about baseball. Yeah, you'd have to see it. Even then, you wouldn't get it because it's about baseball. It's not cricket. It's different.
Cricket, baseball is cricket, just horizontal.
Yeah, but it doesn't take 7 days.
Yeah, baseball takes fucking hours.
No, they just don't ever stop playing. There's always another game. The baseball season, they play 700 games a season, and yet there's only 365 days in a year.
It's just rounders, isn't it? Yeah, that's what we used to play when at school when we were little infants.
And with all of those games, half the players aren't even in shape. I don't get it.
Well, they don't have to be. They don't have to run very far, do they?
Yeah. You know? Yeah. It's an odd one.
Fucking athletes.
Yeah. I'd be an athlete. I'm just too tired.
I'd be athlete's foot if I could.
Again?
just itchy and irritating between your toes. That's me.
Yeah, I said you were a fun guy, but I didn't really, Turns out you just never know, people. So
inflammation of the foreskin reminds me of your smile.
That's a hard one to do. Your syphilitic grin. So, what do you think here? I have to figure out what I'm going to order, and I have to do it soon. Otherwise, I'm going to get in trouble.
You got to concentrate.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to end with tonight.
Consumer advice.
Yeah, don't get caught with your hand in your pants when you're looking in the window of a woman's only gym and workout center. It's probably not your best look.
I've got a feeling that's not exactly consumer advice. It's good legal advice.
Well, you might be consuming something, but that's not window shopping, people. That's not window shopping, okay?
I've got a great respect for you, Dick, but I don't think you should leap from consumer advice to legal advice. I think that's beyond your calling.
Yeah. Okay. No matter how nice your living room looks and how nice a couch you have, don't treat it like JD Vance, for the love of God.
Yeah, wear a condom.
Exactly. Right? You might have company that come over and sit on that thing after. You know?
Get one of those, those silicon butthole things you can put in between the cushions.
You don't want children saying, "Look, Mrs. Stapleton has baby Billy on her skirt." It's just...
And you certainly don't want your, your post-pubescent teen sitting on that same sofa with her knickers down.
Yeah.
No. Mummy, I'm pregnant now.
And if you do leave a human-like mess, make sure to clean it up at least, right? You know?
Yeah.
So, do you think JD Vance is going to open like a couch shop in his future?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Trust me, people, I've tried every one of them out.
Yeah. All our sofas you'd want to marry.
Yeah. Why does this fucking shop smell like a peep show? We're out of here.
Come to the back of the store. I'll show you the dirty sofas. See you next time, folks. Thanks for coming round and listening to our gibberings.
Wrap your fist around the MAGA party and have yourself a good old time.